Okay, so it's another sale on Steam now, autumn 2023. I'm gonna go over some of my recommendations for anime style games, and let's go. So, if you're into Persona games, Persona 5 Royal is good. If you haven't played Persona 3, I would say get Persona 3 Remake first, play that, then if you haven't played 5, then go for 5. Persona 3 is coming soon, 3 Remake, and it's gonna be on Game Pass as well, so you can play that there. 5 Royal, I'm not sure if it's still on Game Pass or not, but if it is, you can play it. But keep in mind, these games are very long. So yeah, turn-based games, great story, great characters, they are very immersing. Dungeons are nice, cutscenes are nice. It's very like actual Japan. So when you go to the real world, there are actual places. Yeah, graphics is nice, art is nice, even the menus are amazing. Yeah, so that applies to most of the Persona series as well. But Persona 5 Royal is the most recent. The 3 Remake, story-wise, I think probably more interesting. So that's why I say maybe better wait to 3 Remake, unless you already have access to this, then play this. I don't know why it keeps doing this weird scroll. Yeah, so Guilty Gear, it's basically an anime fighter. If you're into fighting games, you probably know this already. If you're not, I would say it's one of the kind of easier games, but honest, maybe not. Like there are easier games, fighter games around. Yeah, if you're into fighting games, you probably already know what you want, so I'm not gonna mention that. And if you're not, there are a lot of more professional people who play that. So I guess I kind of am, because I did reach Celestial in Guilty Gear. But yeah, it's a good game, good series, and this is my favorite yet. I know people don't like it because it's a bit, I guess, less options and slightly maybe easier, less hectic, but it's a good series. Tales of Arise. So if you're not familiar with the Tales series, this is one of them kind of known, I think. I like to think that they are very well known, but yeah. So basically, it's as commonly said, it's a common comfort food JRPG. So they have a formula, they follow it almost every time, but it's always good in my opinion. Like it's nice. And Tales of Arise, they have the best version yet for graphics, and they have the best gameplay as well. So it's nice. The story was good at the start. It started to fall a bit, so not a lot towards the end. But yeah, it's still good overall. Like you can just play it for the graphics and gameplay. But my recommendation would be actually Tales of Berseria, because it had best characters and best story overall. And one of my favorite parts about this Tales of series is that the skits, so they're basically funny small cutscenes between games, and in Arise they didn't do a very good job with it. So yeah, but they did add fishing, I guess. Yeah, it's always good to have fishing in games. Dark Souls games, of course. If you haven't played them, you should play them. If you haven't, well, you already know. No need to talk about them. Dragon Ball, Kakarot. If you're into Dragon Ball, you should play it. If you're not, if you want to get in, like, more familiar with it, they have gameplay is not so much. not that good, but it's fine. Exploring, it's nice as well, but gets boring very quickly. But the cutscenes are amazing. Like, if you kind of want to rewatch the series, the cutscenes are amazing, and the boss fights are also very, very nice. So just for that, I would say it's a good game. You can also, just try the demo, give it a try. I'm not sure what the demo includes actually. I got the game directly, but it's a good series. Like, at least till Z. I'm not so sure about Super, but yeah. But there is, in the first season pass, they have Super DLC as well. So, and there is, after that, there is another season pass which adds Bardock and the World Tournament. Yeah. They had also Trunks one. Overall, if you're interested in the cutscenes only, it's a good game. If you're interested in the gameplay, it's okay. Graphics wise, it's also very good. One thing I'm very annoyed of is that they didn't get the graphics patch they gave for the PS5 for some reason. They got the DLC here, but they didn't bring the graphics update, which is annoying. Fighters is another fighter game, but if you're a Dragon Ball fan, and it's a tag team fighter, I'm not gonna get into details. One Piece World 4. If you're into One Piece, play it. It's the latest game. 3 and 4 were very good. It has story-wise, 3 is much better, but here it's still fine, I guess. You get this basically for the gameplay, and it's a warrior style game, so a lot of people, and you basically mash and use some combos to destroy them and your special abilities. One Piece Odyssey, only if you're a One Piece fan, and from what I see, it's a very easy game, so there is a mod that helps fix that, but still, only get this if you're a fan. Jeju game is a fighter game. It doesn't have rollback and doesn't have crossplay as well, I think, if I remember right. So only get this if you're a Jeju fan or you want to play with your friends and stuff like that. Otherwise, not so good fighter, in my opinion. But the standard idea is nice, but Scarlet Nexus is a fun action game, action JRPG. You play. There's basically 2 story ways you can go. You play with the main guy or the main girl. I played with the girl first because her gameplay is more unique than the guy. Both of them have kind of psychic abilities, but the girl has more stronger ones, and the guy has some psychic abilities along with his sword. And you have colleagues that help you with their own abilities as well. You can combine them and make some interesting stuff, and the more you increase your bond with them, the more you get more benefits. The bonding events themselves could get a bit annoying sometimes, but story-wise it was fine as well. Graphics, as you can see, it was nice. Gameplay, it's so fun. I think actually the gameplay for the guy is more fun. I only started his playthrough, but the second one with him, but so far that I played, I think I found him more fun, but hers was more interesting. Good game. So this is the main girl, this is the main guy. The story, its story is the same, but from different perspectives. So there are a lot of common parts, but there are some parts where they split, stuff like that. Some JRPGs do that, like Tales of Exilio or something. Good vein if you're into Souls games and into anime. This is a mix between those. So if you have liked Souls games, play this. If you're not into Souls games, I guess this is a bit easier, so maybe you can give it a try, but keep in mind it's still kind of a Souls game, so I get Souls-like, I guess, not Souls game, but but you get some interesting abilities as well. It's also in the universe of. Well, actually, maybe I'm not gonna say that got a bit spoiler. It was kind of nice to see it. But yeah, there is some interesting reveal towards the end. And yeah, towards the middle and end. Yeah, so good game. They even have like the castle level and maze stuff. Like it has all the annoying stuff. Yeah, good game. The sale at the moment is a good sale for it. Soul Calibur, if you're into 3D fighters, it's not exactly an anime game, but they have to be. Yeah, if you're into Nier, you can create even your characters, so yeah, you can make it as anime as you want. So if you haven't played Nier, you have to play Nier. If you only want to play one Nier, then play Automata. If you want to play both of them, then start with Replicant, then play Automata. Gameplay is much better in Automata. Game design is a lot better as well. Yeah, it's a great series. You should play it. It would be better if you play both of them, but you don't have to. Yeah, one of my favorite series. You should play it. Digimon. If you're into Digimon, you should play this. If you're not, it's still a good game. It's a turn-based fighter. Turn-based game. So you have two worlds. You have the real world and the virtual world. And this is two games basically. So at the start you get like a selector and you pick either to play the game with the detective or with the hacker. And basically it's a different perspective for the same story. So you try to find out what's happening and how you need to save the world. Like it's a JRPG, so you know. But still fun. Nostalgia reasons. Digimon. So you can. It's if you're not familiar with Digimon, so basically it's kind of like Persona, I guess. So you can evolve your monsters, you can devolve them, and you can combine them. Like you can to get better and stronger, kind of like Persona. Yeah. But yeah, this is more. I would say Digimon did it first, at least in the anime and stuff like that, but gameplay, Persona does it better, probably. But still a good game. Tales of Berseria, one of my favorite Tales, probably actually my favorite Tales game. So between this and Arise, I say get this. Better story, better characters. Graphics aren't so bad. Like it's using their old engine, but it's still good. Like it's fine. Like it's very good, I would say. If you don't like it that much, you can even get a reshade or something. It's fine. Yeah. Gameplay was fun. Not as good as Arise, but it's still fun. Characters were the best. Skit was good. Story was the best. Yeah. At least for the ones on PC, in my opinion. Like there are some others on PlayStation and other consoles, but yeah, I'm not gonna mention that. So yeah, and this is a great sale for it. Get it again. Sword Art Fatal Bullet. So I tried multiple Sword Art games. I haven't liked any of them except for this one. It's the third-person shooter, basically. Gameplay was fun. Story, meh. If you're not into Sword Art Online, it's okay. If you're a Sword Art Online fan, it's a bit better than okay. Like basically, there are better games to play, but it's not a bad one. The shooting was actually nice with some weapons. Yeah.